Today, as I'm poised to throw myself on the mercy of British Rail or the railway network and Avantium, whatever it is, I want to look at the Conservative leadership race, specifically on Priti Patel's dramatic entry into the contest, which was so widely flagged it's hardly more dramatic than punching out the last dregs of ketchup. Patel, the former Home Secretary, has aroused a good deal of concern. She's accused her potential rivals of engaging in personal vendettas and turning the leadership race into a soap opera of finger-pointing and self-indulgence. Quite the imagery, isn't it? Except she is normally the person doing the finger-pointing, the jabbing, and the personal vendettas. Patel petitions herself as a unity candidate. After all the slagging off, I'm the figure of unity. Arguing that the recent election catastrophe wasn't the fault of Conservative members, but rather of politicians who fell out and left the party short. No, actually it was Conservative members who were invited to vote and who failed to vote. Many of them stayed at home. She asserts that true conservatism, conservative values, defending freedom, promoting enterprise, ensuring safety, spreading opportunity. Don't hear anything there about small boats, do you? Remains popular among voters. Yes, I agree. It's not conservatism that's failed, she says, but the leadership's distraction from public service. In other words, the leadership's distraction by a chain of Home Secretaries of whom she was one. And interestingly, Patel has actually found some support in the One Nation faction of the party, a group known for its moderate and inclusive stance, which some might find odd, given her often hardline policies. Perhaps this indicates a strategic pivot. Perhaps it indicates very good press manipulation and very good PR. Or maybe they see her as the best hope of restoring order and focus within the party. Now, we should probably add some intrigue to the mix. Enter Mel Stride, the dark horse of this race. Stride has been a consistent yet underestimated presence in Conservative politics, quietly working in the background like a diligent sniffer dog, always around but seldom in the limelight, marking his territory, cocking a leg. This unassuming nature might just be his strength. Who doesn't love an underdog after all? But it's not at all smooth sailing for Patel. Her call for restraint might be a bit of self-serving self-indulgence and character-changing imagery, given the potential deluge of complaints about her past behaviour as Home Secretary and the bullying which we are told was inadvertent. I'm an inadvertent bully. She's advocating for unity and focus on Conservative values, yet this might simply be a tactical move to preempt any attacks on her own record. Don't attack me. I'm just a bully. No, don't say anything horrible to me. And then she'll go on the offensive, and her character will reassert itself. And then there's the financial aspect of this contest. The Conservative Party has set a spending limit of £400,000 for each candidate, an increase from previous contests. And it's extraordinary, given the fact that the Conservative Party is also complaining it doesn't have any money, and that the leadership campaign must take place after the Conservative Party conference in order to raise money so that it can pay for this campaign. This pay-to-play scenario means candidates need significant financial backing to even stay in the race. Patel, like others, will have to navigate this financial landscape carefully, especially as the party coffers are not as flush as they once were. Patel's entry into the race is both a bold, a calculated, and a depressing move. She calls for unity while defending her past, all the while negating the treacherous waters of Conservative politics and drawing a veil over her indiscretions? Will her appeal to traditional conservative values and her plea for unity resonate with the party faithful? Or will the ghosts of her past and the machinations of her rivals overshadow her? Only time will tell. Please check out my other channel. There's a link at the end of this film for a film about Julian Assange. Do press on that. That will take you to the other channel, which is called Professor Tim's Thoughts. I may change this this title in time because I find it so depressing that I've been denied an apostrophe in that channel heading. But give me a week or so to get my head round the nomenclature, and otherwise, please go to the other channel, subscribe to it, subscribe to me here as well, please, and you'll be informed. And should you have particular desires of an educational nature, things you want me to cover, please let me know, particularly on the other channel, and I will endeavour to look at the set texts and the essay writing techniques and the topics that you are anxious to cover, whether this is GCSE, A-level, university, or 11 plus or something. I'm happy to cover all of these areas, and right the way from poetry analysis all the way through to I suppose even economics. I will happily look at all of these things. So please let me know what you want me to do. Check the other channel, subscribe to it, subscribe to this, and I will. I think later on today I've got to play in a football match, so no doubt I will be contacting you from the misery of the other side of that game. I cannot imagine I will be of any use to my side. So I think the only thing I can do is try and keep as far away from the ball as possible. And if anybody passes it to me, I have to make sure that someone else is there to kick it, because I have never kicked a football in my life.